I just wanted to pop on real quick and talk about the new moon eclipse happening in the sign of Aries. This is happening tonight as I record this, the 19th of April, and into the early mornings of the 20th of April. So what we have happening is the sun and the moon are joining together at 29 degrees of Aries, and this is an eclipse. So eclipses are highly fated times. We have 2 eclipse cycles yearly, sometimes more, but on average we have 2 different eclipse cycles. So this is our first eclipse cycle of this new astrological year. Okay, so it's happening in the sign of Aries, which is the very first sign of the zodiac, at the very last degree, at 29 degrees of Aries. So the first sign of the zodiac at the very last degree. 29 degrees is what we call a critical degree, and it can bring in crisis. Eclipses can normally, they do have, especially in Vedic astrology, they do tend to have a negative quality to them, as the eclipses normally, well, they do happen with the nodes here, the north node and the south node. In Vedic astrology, they're Rahu and Ketu, the head of the dragon, the tail of the dragon. So it's karma, okay? We're talking about karma. And with new moons, we have new beginnings. The sun and the moon join together. They kick off a new cycle at the last degree. It's a really interesting eclipse, as the nodes here are not in the same sign as the sun and the moon. Normally they are together. So this is a very interesting energy, as we're really in where we have endings hanging and new beginnings at our grasp. It's quite beautiful, also very jarring. Okay, again, crisis type energy will be ignited here with this new moon eclipse, especially as this energy makes a square over to Pluto. Pluto being lord of the underworld. He's a very powerful energy, and he is at 0 degrees, also a critical degree, 0 degrees of Aquarius. So Pluto is in brand new energy, making pretty harsh square. So squares, they can feel quite uncomfortable, chaotic, jarring. It may seem like everything is coming to a head, very uncomfortably, although these are things that perhaps we've been really wanting, and we may actually feel like there's a major change coming and happening. We've had all planets direct for several months now, which is a rare occurrence. It does happen, but it normally we will have some planet out here in the universe in a retrograde motion. But we've been all planets direct. So there's really, especially in the sign of Aries, the very first sign of the zodiac, and we've had major planetary shifts as Saturn has moved into Pisces and Pluto has moved into Aquarius. So we're in a brand new energy imprint. And, this is unfamiliar territory, which as, conditioned human beings, sometimes the unfamiliar is very uncomfortable. Okay, so some of us could really be noticing very uncomfortable situations coming up. There could be a lot of situations where we've been, all right, I'm ready for this. I'm in manifestation mode. I've got so much energy going into something. Here we are with the sun and the moon meeting up at the very final degree, 29 degrees. It's like, oh my God, everything is coming to a head. Can I do this? Can I follow through with this? Can I leave what needs to die? Can I leave that behind as we move into the sun and the moon move together into the sign of Taurus, being a very grounded earth energy? So everything is coming to a head as I record this, and we'll move into the sign of Taurus, where now we are going to have to really ground that which we have been working on. I do feel as though this is going to be a welcome energy, but it's a lot of us might be feeling a lot of pressure, especially those with energy in the sign of Aries or Libra or any zodiac. We're all going to be feeling this differently, but quite intense. Another big shift we have got coming is Mercury. He will be the first planet to move retrograde, and it's a normal occurrence. Mercury retrograde several times a year. Also very notorious retrograde is Mercury does tend to cause communication mishaps, and technological problems, and sometimes asks you to revisit things that need to be gone over. So, but again, with being the first retrograde planet in quite some time, I think it should be a welcome energy. We do have Mercury conjunct Uranus at this time. Uranus being Uranus ruling over Aquarius. He is unexpected energy. Words could be very volatile at this time with this conjunction. Surprises could be coming up, and again with eclipse energy, this is the wild card. Uranus is a wild card, so truly, who knows? Anything could happen. You could really find yourself saying some things that, especially with the 29th degree of Aries, you could find yourself quite temperamental, hot-headed, saying things that perhaps are not normal for you to say, but you're so fed up you cannot help it. Taurus energy doesn't really care too much. They're gonna speak their mind. But yeah, it's interesting energy. The sun and the moon will travel into Taurus. We will be in an eclipse corridor, meaning we'll be in between the new moon and the next full moon will be an eclipse, also a lunar eclipse, as the sun will be in Taurus and the moon will be in Scorpio. The nodes will be involved in this eclipse. I mean, they are involved. They are close together, but they're in different signs, again, which is not a very common occurrence, as the nodes here do affect the ecliptic. So again, we're really kind of hanging in between. I would say this in-between time, let go and let God. That is eclipse energy. Let go and let God. So I just wanted to give you a quick update because I do feel this energy is pretty intense, and I know I'm not alone. And I just want to send love out to you all. Take care.